Hey, see all these toys here? Yep, I actually went in the crawl space, cleaned it up a bit. Might be having a huge yard sale. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. And see that? That's my amazing car. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? That's not what this is about either. I'm just messing with you. I actually have Borderlands. Well, the Xbox360. Did you know I have one? No, I'm talking in funny accents. But I'm just trying to be silly and random, since that's what a lot of people like for some reason. I don't know. Whatever. Welcome to the humanity population. I don't even know. But, yeah. I'm just here, sitting and relaxing, watching the Puppy Bowl, actually. Yeah, I don't watch the Super Bowl. I watch the Puppy Bowl. It's more hardcore. You know, it's got these little puppies that are just wild. You know? I mean, they growl, bite, bark. It's cute, but at the same time violent. Not really. It's not really a manly thing. I mean, it can be, if you want it to be. Because there was a... Sorry about that. Because I actually did see a puppy get nipped. It was cute, but violent. Give into your violent urges as a man. Nah. Okay, I'm done. But yeah, I want to make a review of Borderlands. Borderlands 1, that is. I have both of them, yes. I've been working on Borderlands 2, but on Borderlands 2 I haven't even left the first area. I'm actually just running around and killing everything. Like a mindless idiot. I know it's kind of extreme going from talking about puppies being cute and somewhat violent to just, oh, I'm killing people on a video game. But, yeah, I guess I gotta do what I gotta do, right? But, yeah, Borderlands 1, I'd say it's a great game. Overall, I'd say it's great. Gameplay, it's good. I'd rate the gameplay good. I mean, it's basic shooter controls. Sort of like Call of Duty-esque. You know, you press the the right stick in, I was going to say R3, to do a melee attack. Yeah, you know, use the right trigger to shoot. I'm not used to the Xbox terminology. I'm sorry. I just got this not even a month ago. Actually, I want to say it was a month ago. So I don't know. It's trigger, bumper. You know, you're probably all just laughing at me right now, going, you don't even know the difference between a trigger and the bumper button. It's like, yeah, do you know the difference between L1 and R1? But yeah, you know, it's pretty much a basic shooter to an extent. It's RPG shooter. Yeah, the gameplay and controls, I'd rate them pretty good. Like I said, gameplay is good. The controls, I mean, as I was saying, that's just for the general, you know, walking motions and stuff. But then when you get into a car, or shall I say a vehicle, it's a vehicle, which can either be a shotgun, or I think it was a rocket or a missile. I'm not sure. Or it's machine gun or I'm gonna say rocket. Launcher gun. Controls get a little weird. I mean, I can understand using the buttons to shoot, but like using the sticks to steer is kind of odd. Use the left stick to accelerate and brake and decelerate, as well as go in reverse. You also have to use the right stick to turn, which is kind of weird. You should have seen me when I was first doing it. I was driving straight. I'm like, how the hell do I turn? And then I'm like, wait. I flick the stick. I'm like, oh, duh. But it was just weird. I'm so used to pressing R2 to drive to go, L2 to brake, to all of a sudden, okay, use the sticks. So it's going to be a little weird. But it's easily adaptable. That's the benefit of this. It's a very easily learnable, very easily adaptable game. It's rated M for mature, so be wary. There's a lot of blood. I mean, some gore. I mean, you blow people's heads off. I mean, I still have to say the best moment ever. Two of the best moments ever. One was when I just had a shotgun and I shot one of the bandits. They were raiding something. I don't know. They were just, I think they killed everybody in the house and whatever. I don't know. Point is, I ran in and I just started shooting like a crazy dude. And funny thing is, I don't know how, but I killed most of them. And like I found like their arms and legs and everything all over the place, and it was hilarious. Cause like Dante was there. You remember Dante? He was like, "There's a dude's leg over here." His face was like, like holy shit, like laughing at the same time, like whoa. It was hilarious. I mean, just the sight of his face was just priceless. There was also with the car. I'm not sure if you remember Sean, but like he's the one that runs over them when you drive. You can run over the enemies depending on level size, whatever. It still damages them. I mean, it's a car hitting you. You're not just gonna like get hit by a car and just be like, "Is that the wind?" Huh, for God's sakes, it'll like knock off your top half. Just like waddle to work, missing half your body. Going, "Huh, must have been the wind." But yeah, it's just the sound when you run over the enemies. They go. I think that's about the sound too. I can actually make that sound. Yeah. Both Dante and Sean are like, ugh, that sound. They don't like that sound. I'm like, it's hilarious. The soundtrack, I mean, due to the fact I don't really know it, I mean, I only know the main theme. If you want to look into it yourself, it's the song Ain't No Rest for the Wicked. You can look it up. It's a good song. And that's about the only song I know. I mean, there's other in-game music. The only one that kind of makes me feel weird is when you actually activate your special ability. Every class has like a special ability. And like sometimes when you activate it, a weird music starts and it's just weird. It's like some country western stuff and you're just like, what? You're like, what? Of course, the whole time, me and Dante, I've been mostly doing multiplayer, because when you do multiplayer, you get tougher opponents, better loot, shall I say, drops. Yeah. That's a big tip. Do multiplayer. It highly does that. If not, be prepared to grind. Level grind. Because it only gets harder. And if you stay in the same area, the experience gets less and less until pretty much you either get nothing or possibly 1 or 2 experience per kill. And sometimes that's just wasting a bullet. I mostly melee myself. It's just fun. Especially since a lot of the enemies always have to run up to you and attack you. Mostly the ones known as skags. But, yeah. Anyways, the soundtrack is I mean, the song's good, and that's the only one I really know right now. So far, I'll just give it a 5. I mean, this is just so far. Just remember, I'm not that far, and I'm only in the second, I guess you can call it hub area. So let's see, gameplay, sounds. I guess user experience would be next. I mean, if you're gonna play it, is it worth it? This one says 15. It was actually like $9. Yeah, it's worth it. Heck, I mean, it's bad enough I'm like when I'm in a bad mood, I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna turn it on and kill a few things, and then the next thing you know, it's like, oh, look at this, I've been playing for like an hour or so. Instead of just the original, like, 20 minutes. So yeah, it's good. Replayability, I don't know anything about that yet. I mean, hell, it's bad enough I keep going back to it. And I know from Sean, he's the expert on this. He could probably give you the in-depth review, every little detail about it, tell you where every little thing is, and you just sit there like, really? He's like the pro of this thing. He's like the Jesus of Borderlands. Got all the DLC, I know that. I know he does. So, I mean, if anything, you can put a comment down there, or send a message about any questions you have about it, if you have it, and all. And worst come to worst, if I don't know based on my experiences, you can ask. I'll go after Sean and grab him to answer it. But anyways, thus far playing the game, I'll give it an 8. I'd recommend it. I wouldn't be like highly recommend, probably like Sean. But yeah, it's a great game thus far that I'm playing it. As I mentioned, this is a review, but not like a deep, in-depth, complete review. Like I said, I'm only in the second hub world, and I guess you can consider this my introduction to shooters. And thus far, I like it. There you go. I like shooters. Happy now? Should I say happy now, Sean? I'll openly admit this to the world! So, yeah. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about Borderlands, like if you've been contemplating getting it or anything, have any questions, you know, since you're contemplating it, be like, yo, if you know where to get it or whatever, let me know. You can throw it in a comment down there, say, you know, oh, would you do this? And whatnot. You know, I could also help if you wanted. I'll put my gamer tag somewhere in the description. Alright, I'm only like level 20 right now, so if you're just starting out level 1 or level 5 or whatever, I can help you, no problem. But if you're like level 50, I'm going to be like, no. Because then I'm just going to get creamed, and I'm just going to feel sad and miserable, and be like, you know. But yeah, like I said, anything you want to know and or whatnot, just throw it in a comment. If I can't answer it, I'll get the professional on my side, Sean, to do it. Alright, you guys, hopefully you enjoyed this semi-review, and hopefully you'll throw some comments in. You know, hopefully, you know, if you have any questions, you can come right to here. Alright? Alright, guys. You guys have a wonderful time of day, or whatever it is. Morning, afternoon, evening, sleepy time, some people say. And I will be back. Alright.